Everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. It is another lovely day. What a stretch of weather we have here in the Newburyport area, and I hope you're all doing well out there. We enter fall, unbelievable summer. My summer went by so quick, but hey, what can you do? With that, our guest today, Chad Finn. You know him. He's covered all the sports over the years. Writes outstanding books. He is here on a day when I also have my dog in the studio. The dog's hanging out today. Chad, you got to meet Mookie. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. Nice to meet Mookie. Great name.
Yeah, great. We didn't have to trade him to LA, is what I always say. But yeah, so Mookie and Chad are in the house. So should we just start with it? Right, we got a big series with Toronto here. Are the Red Sox going to get in? There's speaking of summer.
Wow, right on the spot here,
know,
huh? I think so, but boy, it feels like it's coming down to that last game or two with Detroit. Yeah. They've got through Toronto here, then the Tigers. It's been a wild race because everybody's going backwards other than the Cleveland Guardians, who have just been ridiculously good, and everybody else seems to be backing their way into the playoffs.
I saw the numbers. They're giving the Sox a 90% chance just by the numbers to get in because they hold the spot. It does not feel that high, does it?
No, it was 98 at one point too. So that's trending in the wrong direction too. But it's you gotta feel pretty good. There's really 6 teams fighting for 5 spots. Something would have to go really wrong for them not to get in.
Hold the line here, boys. Hold the line.
That's right.
Yeah. Mookie will be making some appearances here. You can there. He's outstanding.
Good to have him over here.
Yeah, it's nice. It gives a good little flavor to the show here today. In Toronto, have you done the Toronto trip yourself yet?
No. I pick up the slack once in a while if somebody's not on a road trip, but I don't make most of them. I tend to stick around Fenway. Yeah,
I did it for pleasure once, and it's different. It's a different experience. There's a little bit, and it's been many years, but it's only changed so much. It has a little bit of a sterile feel to it, I would say.
The ballpark? City's fun, right?
City's great.
Yeah,
love the city. Yeah. But yeah, no, a little sterile at times, but and they got a great team now too. So when I remember the year we went, the Blue Jays were not great, and so that tells you it's been a little while, and not exactly a bump in place, but now they're kind of selling it out every night because they're good. So
they are. I'm kind of curious how they handle this Red Sox series because they've clinched.
Yeah,
and you'd think they probably rest a couple of guys, but these games mean so much to who they're playing. We'll see what they do in the lineup.
Needless to say, it's nice to be talking about important baseball.
It's been a while.
In late September, right? So very good. What have you actually wrote a great piece, right? On was it Middlebrooks? I think I saw.
The Go magazine, Will Middlebrooks and Jenny Dell.
Yeah, because that feels like yesterday for me, but I guess they've been together for a while now.
2012 and 13. I know that doesn't feel like that long ago.
Tell people about that a little bit because I checked it out. Go find it too if you can because it's kind of a cool read if you were into that baseball season, I guess.
Yeah, it's my most read story of this year.
Is that right? I don't doubt it. Yeah,
people like that. But I wrote about their relationship because they met when he was the third baseman for the Red Sox. She was Ness's sideline reporter. She ended up, or in-game reporter in baseball, I guess. Ended up leaving because of that relationship. Ness and Red Sox ownership had a little bit of an issue with it. She made the decision to leave herself. And has gone on to a great career. She's the lead college football sideline reporter with CBS.
Yep.
And Will is doing a great job, I think, as a Red Sox broadcaster. And they got 2 little girls and a great family and a really hectic life. So it felt like a good time to write about them.
That's good. How'd you come up with that? Just kind of randomly thinking about it one day, or?
Yeah, part of I cover the sports media beat on top of being a regular sports columnist, and you're always kind of just sort of looking at people or situations and asking yourself, is this a good story? Is this a good story? And I just realized they had never told their story. And, Will's career ended because of an injury, and he's more prominent back here with the Red Sox because he's in the radio and TV booth for about 120 games a season now. Yeah. So he's back in people's consciousness, and Jenny never really left because she has this national gig.
Yeah.
So just an alarm went off. I was like, I got to do a story on this.
Yeah, it's good.
And they were up for it, which is great.
That is awesome.
Trusted me to tell it.
That's very nice. Yeah, you definitely have to have that. Did you know them beforehand, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I covered media back when Jenny was here, and it was tricky because I had asked her questions that she probably didn't want to answer. And Will was still playing. I met him in 2013, actually, after the marathon bombing, Will was one of the first people to mention Boston Strong. He tweeted it and had that hashtag, and obviously it became this huge rallying cry, and still relevant today in Boston. And you relate it to that 2013 team that ultimately ended up winning the World Series. And he really, as a young player, had a great grasp on what Boston was like.
When you say it was one of the first, is that just being cautious? Because when I think of that, I do think of him.
Me too. We had, I can't remember who wrote it, but it was a while back. Somebody dug into where that Boston Strong came from, and apparently it was somewhere else before that.
Okay.
But to me, it was Will, because that's what blew it up.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot it until you just said that. But that was that was the thing. What a fun! I remember being at Fenway that day when Ortiz took the mic. And that was kind of a chills moment, you know.
Yeah. Perfect, wasn't it?
It really was.
Perfect. It's what we needed.
Yeah, it was, and it was funny. I think he really did. I've met him a little bit, and he's kind of reserved, you know, as far as, I know he does a million things, right? But in that particular moment, he seemed like kind of the right guy for the microphone, and he did kind of deliver in the clutch, I guess, if you want to say, right?
Exactly. In his second language, he found the right words, right? Exactly right. And I always say, if you haven't met David Ortiz, you haven't tried in Boston. Because he did, like you said, he does so much.
He does. How's he always been with you? Because I do think he gets, I've seen him maybe be not quite as jovial, just tired, you know, we all have nights, but in general, I think he's a pretty accessible guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. For the most part, yeah, you know, he could get upset about things. I remember as a player, when he absolutely destroyed, I think it was the phone. It was in Anaheim, maybe Baltimore.
Yep.
And then when he retired, they gave him the gift of that shattered phone, and he didn't like it. He was mad. So, you know, he could get frustrated with stuff, and he let you know. But
did the Sox give him the phone, or did Anaheim?
No, when he was a visiting team.
Oh, and he was upset with the Angels?
Yeah, I think it was the Angels or the Orioles. I can't remember which one.
Oh, maybe it was the Orioles.
But,
okay, yeah. I didn't realize he was angry about that.
He didn't like it. But for the most part, you know, he's got a heart of gold for sure.
I always think about him with the and actually an umpire who always bothered me too. Remember Ron Culpa? I think he's still doing games, right?
Yeah, the one Carl Everett headbutted.
That's right. Yeah, he was that one too. And I believe Culpa was the one. Remember Ortiz was throwing stuff out the dugout? He got called out on like 3 strikes that I don't think any of them showed in the strike zone, and he lost it in the dugout there.
Guys don't throw stuff out of the dugout enough anymore.
I know.
That used to happen a lot when I was a kid. They just empty it. They'd dump over the water cooler.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I guess
need more rage.
You need some more rage. And I also don't like, they're bringing in this challenge system for next year too, right? Isn't that becoming a thing next year, I think?
Yeah, I haven't paid too much attention to how that's gone in the minor leagues, but I know pitchers, Walker Buehler, who was with the Red Sox earlier this season, he got released and ended up with the Phillies. He pitched a little bit in the minor leagues with the Phillies before he came up to them, and he said he hated it. So it's going to be really interesting to see.
I hate the idea, too. I hate it.
Well, I do, too, because it's going to take away the craftiness of some pitchers. You watch this kid, Connolly Early for the Red Sox.
Sure, yeah.
He got hit around a little bit in his third start, but you watch him pitch. He's an old-school starting pitcher. He's got 4 pitches. He paints the corners.
Yeah.
Are those going to be called strikes, where it's just off the plate, but he put it right where he wanted to? I like that aspect of pitching. So.
I do too. And you're going to see probably less rage, right? If you want more rage, the only thing replay has done is take away a lot of the arguments, and I don't know, some people might like that, but they have done a good job speeding the games up.
It's great.
It is great. I will tell you, I'm a little bit of a purist. I like less changes. The fewer changes, the better for me. But you go to a game and the pace is nice. It's almost too quick for me some nights.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's like, and I do think that's better for the casual fan. But yeah, it does. The games move. They must be like hurting beer sales and stuff, because in and out and let's go.
You're probably losing 20, 25 minutes of beer sales there, right?
Gotta be, right?
I like it when I turn the game on late and it's already like the 4th inning. I'm like, oh, this is breezing right along, and that's how it is now. Whereas it became such a slog. They had to do something.
Sure, they definitely fixed that, because they got it. It's almost like, I remember somebody when they were talking about this. We want to get this to like a soccer match. It's soccer minutes. A soccer match is 90 minutes, 15-minute halftime. You're in and out within 2 hours, no matter how much injury time is played. And that's not quite under 2 hours every night, but not too much over either. They're getting it done. So
How do you like the little ghost runner in the 10th inning there?
hate it, but got used to it.
Yeah.
That's the one I got used to. You know,
Yeah.
I like to play the game out, but I hate it less than I hate the 2-point conversion college overtime rule in football here that I'm just remembering they put in now that football season's started. I hate that. It's like we're going to play 4 quarters, 60 minutes of football, and just give the one shot at normal overtime and then flip to 2-point conversions. So I don't like that.
Yeah, that's too quick and settles it too easily. Yeah, I don't like the guy at second either, except for when I want to go to bed and I'm like, oh, there's already a guy in second.
There's some action, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the interesting thing with that, I will say, is now that it's become part of the norm and you just accept it. The strategies of very few of these teams actually bunt the guy over to start the top of the 10th.
Well, the Red Sox can't.
It's unbelievable. Can anybody bunt on that team?
No, I mean, nobody bunts anymore. That's one of the things about the analytic age in baseball is that sort of the fundamentals aren't taught the way they were in the minor leagues. So you get guys getting in the major leagues that can't get a bunt down or don't know how to hit to the opposite field to move a guy to third base with nobody out. That sort of thing.
It's crazy. Yeah, and then the Red Sox problem too is, I almost understand why they don't bunt. Besides the fact that they can't get the bunt down, it's like they're also not the best contact team in the world. So that next guy also has to hit a sac fly or whatever and put the ball in play. And for those two things to happen with this team, that's what kind of scares me about them in the playoffs. They're what playoff baseball is. It's pitching and contact, and you got to put the ball in play.
Yeah, and they habitually leave runners on base, bases loaded, one out. You're watching the game, you're like, they're not getting anything here.
No. 2
strikeouts, there you go. It happens way too much with them.
It does. I was watching on a Friday. We were at Fenway on a Friday night. Great game. It was that one. Who's the kid that pitched? It was a 1-1 game late. Big kid for Houston. Great. Hunter
Brown.
Hunter Brown pitched a gem. Sox needed one. The kid for the Sox pitched great too. Came up from the minors for that one game. Was that early that night? I can't remember. It was a young kid, made it, pitched great. And the Sox had got a runner on second after an error. Nobody out in the inning, and Cedon was up, tried to bunt twice. I think it was Cedon. Tried to bunt twice, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Took a home run swing and hit a dribbler right in front of the plate. Got the guy to third.
Oh, I remember that.
And they ended up getting the one and getting Hunter out of the game. The Sox won on another Friday night game, which was a fun one to watch. But yeah, small ball, got to have it in the playoffs.
Yeah, if that's it should be in your skill set. If you're a guy like that, right? Fast. He's not a good. He swings at everything still,
Everything.
and he's always going to. You have to accept him for what he is. Bat him ninth.
Yeah.
Let him play defense, a spectacular defense.
He is unbelievable.
Ride the ebbs and flows of him as a hitter.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite. I have a little more hope for him, Jackie Bradley Jr. wise offensively. I think he can maybe give you a little bit more, but I don't know.
I think it's pretty similar. I mean, Bradley had 26 home runs one year, and
did he had 26 one year?
He did, yeah, pretty early in his career, maybe 14 or 15. And then, he had the ALCS against the Astros in 2018, where he was a division series where he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, it was ALCS. But I think they're pretty similar. Rafaela has shown that knack for hitting big home runs, which is weird because people should never throw him a strike.
It is true. Yeah, he gets down 0-2 with curveballs outside all the time.
Yeah, bounce it.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these guys are pretty electric, though. They have been a fun team to watch. They've exceeded my expectations, I would say, with the pitching and everything the year. So we'll hope they get in. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be tense. Yeah, I think they've exceeded expectations too. Especially nobody really discusses this at this point in the season, but they've been killed by injuries.
Yeah.
The Roman Anthony injury, he was phenomenal. He was
really
their best player already.
Yeah.
I know they lost 7 of their first 12 after he got hurt, and they were 44 and 28 with him. I mean, he just elevated them. Cassis beginning of the year, Houck.
Yeah.
Cutter Crawford never threw a pitch this year. Marcel Meyer got hurt.
Yeah.
They've lost a lot along the way and hung in there.
They had a commercial. Neston ran a commercial recently with Meyer, Roman Anthony, and maybe it was who's the kid that we sent down in AAA?
Campbell?
Yeah, who's I think still might have a pretty damn good career, but he had a great start and then they figured him out the rest of the league.
They sure did, yeah.
But there was a commercial with those three, and we were talking about the young guys, and I was like, starting lineup tonight, none of them.
Yeah.
That's tough to take if you're...
Yeah, I really like Meyer, too. I mean, he had an obvious flaw. I mean, they just got him out with low breaking balls over and over again, but he's beautiful swing, and he really filled in well defensively when Bregman was hurt. And he hasn't been able to stay on the field for a full season his entire career coming up to the minors.
I thought I heard that. Yeah, that's scary.
It is. It stinks because the talent's very obvious.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's probably, that's why Roman gets the money before him, right? I mean, you can't pay a guy who can't stay on the field, right? Or historically at the moment? I don't know.
Yeah, that's just really savvy of the Red Sox to do that with Anthony because, he profiles as being a Juan Soto type of player, and Juan Soto's got some stuff that matches Ted Williams early in his career, so it's pretty good company. And, he came up, and after about 2 weeks just was electric, and he's 21 years old. It's you don't see that very often, so they paid him up front, but it's going to save him money in the long run.
No. Chad Finn joining us here live at Drew's House Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there on a Tuesday in Newburyport. It's funny you mentioned Ted Williams. You know what story I did not know when Robert Redford just passed away?
What's that?
I didn't know the 9 in the movie from The Natural was he loved Ted Williams. He made sure he wore 9.
Yeah, Red Sox fan apparently.
Yeah. I didn't know that either.
Redford had a great swing, man. I don't know how old he was in The Natural. Was he around 40 maybe?
I'm not
but
sure.
You always question it a little bit when they say, "Oh, this guy could have played football at UCLA, but he became a musician or whatever."
Sure.
Well, Redford looked the part. They said he could have played baseball at University of Colorado. Obviously took a different path.
Yeah.
It worked out all right for him, but his swing was spectacular.
A great actor. I think I liked every movie he was in.
I know. I've been watching some of them too. I rewatched The Sting, and everybody. When somebody dies, you say nice things about them, but it seems really genuine and sincere. I thought it was really telling to me that all the female actresses he worked with in the 70s all just had wonderful things to say about him as a person. Yeah, no,
I think, and I liked the fact that he seemed uncomfortable with his fame, and that seemed to be pretty obvious to everybody. I'm just an actor, and he would rather probably, in a lot of ways, prefer to just be a normal guy walking around. But he certainly was not, man. That's about as A-lister as it gets, right? He was fantastic. So, is that one of your top baseball movies, sports movies, The Natural, or is?
I hadn't watched it for a long time. I liked the book better, even with the dark ending.
Yeah.
But rewatching it, I watched it with my wife. She was just like, he was impossibly good looking. Then we ended up having a discussion who's better looking, him or Newman, when we were watching The Sting.
Yeah. Did you guys settle that, or?
She's pro Newman.
Pro Newman? Okay.
Yeah, but it's a tough call.
It is. Impossibly good looking. I like that. I guess the reason the Red Sox thing too is he was from California, so there were no teams out there when he was growing up, and he loved Ted Williams. So.
San Diego.
There you go. Yeah. Crazy. All right, let's shift gears here a little bit. You watched that mess on Sunday, I imagine. Patriots just what was that?
That was a debacle in protecting the football.
Yeah.
I'm fairly hopeful about them, though. Their same record as the Ravens and Chiefs, right? But 1-2, just like them.
Sure.
Super Bowl contenders.
See, Pittsburgh, I'm not used to being bad, but I think they're bad.
Yeah. That's it looks like a Pittsburgh team, a Mike Tomlin team, other than the Aaron Rodgers aspect, but I don't think their talent level is what it usually is. The Patriots were the better team in that game. They just kept giving the ball away.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tomlin is funny because it just feels like, and it feels like he's behind it too. Like it feels like, obviously he's got a great program for many years, but it just seems like they win games like that. Like that's a Steelers game.
That's his kind of game. Yeah.
Ugly. It's 4th and 1 on the defense. Perfect. Put it in our hands.
Recovering all 5 fumbles in the game, one of their own too.
Yeah.
And, out there causing havoc and winning ugly. That's Steelers football, but. He's at a winning record every year as a coach, which is remarkable. And I think that's what Mike Vrabel's trying to establish here is a program in the identity of the coach. We see it with the Steelers, for better or worse, right now. last night, the Monday night game with Dan Campbell, the Lions have absolutely taken on his identity.
Yeah.
And that's what the Patriots want. We're Vrabel, a tough, disciplined, defense-oriented team, and they are not there right now.
No, I dozed off. Actually, I didn't even catch the Monday night game. The hours caught up to me. Every now and then, I get one night where it's just, crashing before anything starts even.
I need a 6:30 start on everything these days.
True.
The speedier baseball games help.
They help. I liked the double dip of Monday Night Football they start the season off with. I wish they this year they staggered it a little more than last year.
Yeah.
I remember last year they played them at the same time, which was bizarre, 8 and 8:30 or something. Not
Yeah, they had a
staggered
10
them.
o'clock game this year.
Yeah, that
which
was.
is,
I would rather have that. Like the two at once is just very, But if they could do 6 and 8, now we're talking, right?
Right. Yeah.
I do think. Do you think the NFL's goal here at the end is to? Oh, we got company in the house. There we go. Probably not suspecting our dog Mookie to be around. He's our greeter today. But I do think when it comes down to football in years to come, are they looking to play games overseas at 9 a.m. so you can watch football from 9 a.m. till midnight on Sundays?
Yeah, we see it now with
Yeah.
the annual London or Brazil or Germany.
Yeah. That is the goal, right? I think.
The goal is to put a team over there.
You think they're actually going to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try to go worldwide. I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars will be long for Jacksonville whenever this happens.
Yeah.
But that's the ultimate plan with Goodell in the league to maximize revenue and attention.
Oh, all right. Well, very good. That's kind of a tough. They would be the first sport to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not
Because-
sure how it works.
I know.
mean, do you have... they have to fly back here 8 times a year? Or
Yeah.
9 times a year? It's probably, 9 times. It'd probably be an 18-game schedule. It's 17 now, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
The more meaningful football, I think we can all get behind. I don't mind 18 games. Take away a preseason game; those things are too much.
Throw another bye in. Stretch the season out even more. 2 byes. These guys get so beat up.
This is the world we're living in. Do you do? Have you met any of the this current batch of Patriots? I know it's not your immediate beat right now, but
the guy who makes me feel older than anybody I've ever covered is Drake May. He looks like he's 18. He looks like he could be one of Tom Brady's sons.
yeah,
He just looks like a kid to me, which is the first time that's really happened.
Really? Yeah.
But I love him. He's a great kid, and I think he's going to be a great quarterback here.
you think he's got it?
I do, yeah. He's got a ways to go. He doesn't have a great feel in the pocket yet. He gets a little... When he talks, he's got a southern accent, and he talks really fast.
Yeah.
And he kind of plays that way. Really fast when he doesn't need to. He needs to kind of slow it down. But
Yeah.
he's really well coached with Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, and we've seen the progress. We've seen what he looks like at his best. I feel great about his future.
I wonder if do you think he's the kind of guy that quickly gets the respect of the veterans in that huddle?
Yes, he already has. The veteran guys on this team, whether it's guys who've been here for a little while or just got here, all really speak sincerely about how he's emerged as a leader and he's accountable and he includes everybody. He acts like a quarterback is supposed to act.
All right, well that's good to hear. He's
Yeah.
getting. I hope he can handle the criticism because he's getting it today. I know, in this week after the Sunday loss.
He looks really down too when things don't go right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hangs his shoulders a little bit in the post game stuff. But I remember last year too, after they beat Buffalo to end the season, and he didn't do his post game availability for some reason.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's a better feel, though. You're right. It's a better feel than Mac Jones. Nothing personal against Mac Jones, but he shucks, we'll whatever that, go get him next week sort of thing. I don't know. Kind of like the
He
guys.
didn't seem like somebody you'd want to hang out with, did he?
He did not.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I never he got 10 wins one year too, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
His rookie year was good.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs.
I will tell you though, I would say I'm more baseball than football. All 10 wins. I never felt like he's my guy. I never felt like Mac Jones is our franchise guy.
He wasn't fun to watch.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys who needed the conditions to be right for him to succeed, which means
Yeah.
real skill players around him, coaching that maximized what he could do. He didn't have a great arm. You watch May,
Yeah.
super mobile, great arm, already throws a beautiful deep ball. Mac Jones will never have those things.
Sure. Although he played well with what's his name there in San
Perfect
Fran.
conditions.
Yeah,
right.
perfect conditions.
Yeah.
Shanahan, right? Yeah. Who's unbelievable to make Mac Jones look like that. I mean, he is an offensive genius. That guy.
They wanted him in the draft. Shanahan wanted to take him third in the draft the year the Patriots took him 15th, and they took. He got overruled by the GM, and they took Trey Lance, who was an all-time bust.
Wow. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess that rings a bell. Yeah. So there you go. They always liked him. Again, live at Drew's house here. Joppa Afternoon Drive. Got Chad Finn in the house talking some sports. We got my dog Mookie in the house, too, who's really enjoying life here. And it's not his first appearance, but Mookie's been around. All right, so we covered the baseball and the football. Anything else you got working? I know you're a diehard Celtics guy when it comes down to it. Here come the winter sports, my goodness.
Yeah.
You got anything working?
Celtics Media Day is next Monday, so that's. I don't think I'll be there.
You don't bring your book there, and
no, I did that last year. Yeah. But they're introducing the new owner to the media, making him available next Thursday, which is going to be interesting. I'm curious if anything in the front office changes with people who have been here a long time.
Yes, yeah.
Because sometimes usually those money guys want to bring in their own people, and the Celtics are the most well-run organization I've ever covered in terms of the way they treat people, the way they go about their business, and that shouldn't change. So we'll see if it does.
They rank first for you, Celtics.
Easily.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't completely surprise me, but yeah.
What'd you think of the Bruins?
Well, I didn't think the Red Sox. No, just kidding. I do. I will say the Red Sox. I think they've annoyed every real Red Sox fan over the years. I mean, just you don't. My dog here is named Mookie. You don't trade a guy away who names his dog after the center fielder like that. And I know you. I always tell people, go back and listen to Chad Finn. One of these times you were on with me, you told me there is no truth to the rumor that Mookie Betts was unhappy and wanted to leave Boston. He was ready to
Still
say.
have to tell people that.
You still do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell it again. Go ahead.
No, he talked about it when he was still here. I did a story, you mentioned the Globe Magazine thing I did on Will and Jenny. I did one on Mookie and the small athletes at the time that were thriving in Boston, Marchand, Edelman, Isaiah, and Mookie.
Yeah.
And because Pedroia wouldn't talk to me for it. And Mookie was like, offhandedly, we're looking for a house here. We want to stay here. But the thing with Mookie was he wanted what he was due. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to take a hometown discount when this isn't his hometown.
Yep.
To stay with the Red Sox. He wanted a little bit less than what Mike Trout was getting at the time. The Red Sox had no interest in paying that.
Yeah. I mean, has to be the biggest mistake, in this case, not franchise history, but fairly close, right? I mean, it's a huge mistake.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's been really good lately, but he's had a rough year. He lost.
Okay, but what is it? 2 titles since then?
Exactly. And one MVP and always in the MVP contention. And I've heard from people see, I told you the contract would age badly.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the website Fangraphs, which is a sabermetric-based baseball website, great writing on it. Yeah. Mookie's already essentially been worth the entirety of his contract and value to the Dodgers. Yeah. So,
not to mention, take all that out of the way, he's the perfect player. He does community stuff. He's
right.
No drama, good team
he's
guy.
He's playing shortstop.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
you look at that guy, and then what you had with Devers to start the year, which doesn't even seem like the same season now that I say it out loud, but Devers who wouldn't play first base,
Right. That was part of the problem with Devers leaned on Mookie and Xander Bogaerts, and Xander Bogaerts hasn't been the same player since he signed with the Padres, but Red Sox put way too much on Devers in terms of expectation for him to be a leader.
Yeah.
He just didn't have, that wasn't who he was. He was just a really good hitter who wanted to go home after the game was over, and they traded away the mature guys that Devers could lean on.
Did you ever meet Devers or?
Yeah, nice enough. He didn't. He would be really pleasant, with the cameras were off. He spoke English fine, but he didn't like to do interviews in English because he was afraid he would say something wrong or slip up and get backlash for that. But very pleasant guy when you talk to him off camera.
Very cool. All right, that's good intel. As I bounce around a little bit too, but one other thing I wanted to mention on the now we're back to Red Sox, the Middlebrooks and Jenny Dell thing. I remember, and I think she's pretty admittedly said this out loud too. But I remember there were times when a lot of that NESN stuff they did with her was like pre-packaged. They not necessarily didn't trust her, but like she wasn't 100% comfortable doing the live hits. Watching her now on the college football, she's just fantastic. I mean, give it up for Jenny Dell. Huh?
Yeah, she's come a long way. They delayed her start with NESN. I talked to her about this a little bit. I didn't use a lot of it in the story, but they delayed her start because she didn't have a lot on-camera experience. She'd been sort of behind the scenes at ESPN or doing stuff on the web, and that's where they hired her. And they tried to do live hits with her, and they just weren't quite what they wanted, so they would tape them ahead of time. But now she in that role. She was nominated for an Emmy this year. She's as good as anybody.
Yeah, that's a great team. I like that college football team with the play-by-play guy there. What's his name? He's bounced around a little bit, but
is it Nestler?
Brett Nestler. Nestler, yeah. He's like is he one of the most underrated play-by-play guys out there?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. I think he did or still does the Dallas Cowboys games locally.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, he's got great pipes.
Who are your top three? I like McDonough for big games. Always have. I think he's great. I would say Nestler really for football. And I still love Joe Buck. Joe Buck doesn't get enough credit. And
no.
Don't give me any of this Red Sox, he's a Yankees fan thing, because I think all those calls are just fantastic.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, as a media guy, I'm partial to who returns my calls. So Joe's up there for sure. But I think Joe got so much backlash. Part of it was because of the perception of nepotism, because his father was a renowned broadcaster and did help Joe break into the business.
Yeah.
Jack Buck, who is the CBS broadcaster, like that famous Braves Twins World Series, all kinds of amazing Cardinals guy forever, amazing calls. But I'll say this about Joe Buck, who's fantastic, love him.
Yeah.
He got the Red Sox call in 2004 perfectly right. And locally it wasn't nearly as good, which you would kind of hope for. He also, I think, the best broadcast I've ever seen in terms of having a feel for what was happening in an unusual game was him and Troy Aikman calling the Patriots' 28-3 comeback against the Falcons, where when you started thinking, wait a second, maybe there's a chance here, that's what their tone was too. They didn't give up on the game or anything, and they didn't say, the Patriots are roaring back. They kind of rode the wave, and it was a fantastic call.
It was, I was like the Edelman crazy catch, and they watched the replay together with all of us. We're all watching that first replay, and Aikman goes, "Oh my God, he caught it!
He caught it, yeah."
And
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was great. That is a great call. I like the one. I guess it was what it had to be. What the Yankees and Ortiz was a base hit to center, I think. And here comes Miller, and he can keep running to New York.
Yeah,
we'll see it. See you later tonight was another one from that series.
Yeah, that was. That was a reference to something his dad had called too. I think that Twins Braves World Series. We'll see you later on tonight, because that game had carried over past midnight. So. Oh,
that's cool. I don't think I realized.
Call back to that too. He was amazing in that 2004 series, and
he's still great.
You know what he was hurt by, with Red Sox fans and Boston sports fans, was the way Fox covered Red Sox Yankees before the Red Sox won, where every time Fox had a Red Sox Yankees game, you had Tim McCarver kissing Derek Jeter's butt, and you had Babe Ruth shown in it at least 3 times before the game even started.
That's true.
I think Buck got backlash for that.
Yeah, more of a Fox thing. I got it. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I think he's great. He's still great, and I do miss him calling baseball. I hope they get him on some games for ESPN. I don't know if he's doing playoffs or. I don't think that's in the cards.
No, I think he's done. He did a Cardinals game or two this year, but he's done with baseball. All
right. Well, the Red Sox are not done with baseball. Chad Finn says they're going to the playoffs. Big series.
Did I say that? I guess I did, right?
I don't know.
I got to be consistent.
I'm not sure, but that's how we're ending the show. Chad Finn, everybody, thank you so much. And Mookie, yes, thank you for hanging with my dog. I appreciate it.
Good boy.
He is a good boy. He's with Dad today, so having a good day. Thank you all for joining us here live at Drew's House Joppa Afternoon Drive. Again, big thanks to Chad Finn. Go check out all his work. I really like that article too.
Thanks, man.
The Middlebrooks and Jenny Dell one. I thought you pick good topics, and I always find them interesting. So that was another good one. Thank you to Maeve Power, Sarah Hayden, the boss, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. Thank you all so much. We will see you next time live at Drew's House. Peace.